a heat wave. It's 9 or 10 degrees. I don't know if it's showing up or not. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's still cold, but it's warm. It's amazing. Oh, jeepers. I got a feeling none of you guys watched the whole video last night or skipped through it to find out. We got a motor running last night. I figured there'd be a few more comments on that, but oh well. Yep, that 350's running. Like I said, in that though, I'm not going to mess with it anymore until I can open the doors and run it for its break-in time with the doors open. And right now I got a call in and to the doctor. As you know, the other day when we were dealing with the frozen pipes, I forgot about a sewer pipe down there in the basement, and I walked into that thing really hard. I about ended up on the floor. Later that night, one of you guys I was talking to, he's like, "What are you saying? You're not making sense." And I'm like, "What?" So I looked back and read what I wrote. I'm like, "Wow, what the heck?" He says, "You're kind of scaring me." I'm like, yeah, didn't think nothing of it. Well, then yesterday I noticed I'm getting the drops. Well, that night I wasn't making sense with what I was writing. I was also noticing I was getting the dropsies. And then yesterday I noticed it a little more. And now we didn't have internet this morning because I forgot what day of the week it was. I was supposed to have been up there and paid it by 5 o'clock last night and forgot all about it. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And I notice as the longer I go today, the kind of cloudier I'm getting, so I got to call in, and it's going to be after 1:30 before they call me back now because they're all on lunch. So I know I hit hard, but I didn't think I hit that hard. So another person I talked to says, it kind of sounds like you might have gave yourself a concussion, and if that's the case, he said no reading, no computer, no nothing. There's a lot of resting to let your... I'm like, well, if I do have a concussion, it's 2 days old already. And so yeah. I don't know why, but it seems like everything's getting dealt right on me, and I'm getting the back of my hands look better. I've been using a lot more lotion and all. Oh, that's one thing. Yesterday I got home, I had a blood sugar content of 98, and I didn't feel like I was going to pass out for once. So I'm getting to where the lower numbers aren't making me so lightheaded, want to pass out feel like. So that cheap insulin seems to be working. So now I just got to get some more money to go get more. And so yes, having a steady supply of insulin and being able to take it like I'm supposed to is starting to make a difference. Except for bashing the head and all that. So anyway, we're at the farm, and I like slowing down, seeing if anybody's been in the checking the tracks and that. That's the only thing that about nice about having a powdered snow. When we get wind, it blows around, and boy, hopefully that don't pick up nothing. I barely heard it. Let's see, I even forgot to shut the radio off. God, what? I don't know. So I guess we'll see if they have me come in or what they suggest, though. least it's warmer today. Alrighty. Sorry everybody, I had neighbor stopped in, and he don't mind being on video, but he doesn't really care for it. So while he was here, I showed him cleaning. I took out all the soft plugs, and boy, GM really, this block's supposed to be a standard block. Nothing's been done to it, but I tell you, it seems to have the cam bearings, you know, I got the certain way I put them in, and on the older blocks that's the way they usually are. This newer block, it's just like they threw the cam bearings in and said where they're at, that's where they're at. So I showed him how to crack check and that. I crack check the sides, the lifter valley, the mains the best I could. There's no cracks in this thing so far, but I'm cleaning this off. It's so rusty dirty, as you can see. And let me guess. Nope, not who I thought it was. Alright. It wasn't the kid this time. I didn't recognize the number, but it was our car dealer. We got a loaner car because the wife's car's got a problem right now, and the previous person that borrowed the car thinks he left his wallet in there. And while I was getting that call, my neighbor called and said, "Who's standing at your house?" I'm like, "I have no idea." I thought maybe gave the description of the guy from the dealership that maybe they were there looking for, so they could look in the car. And neighbor tells me he was at her house, went to my house, knocked on the door. My wife didn't answer, and then he thought he seen my neighbor, so she ducked back in the house, and he stood there and stared. Then he went to another neighbor. So I said, "Well, you're going to have to call it in reporter because I ain't been there. I don't see him. I don't know what's going on." So weird start to 2018, that's for sure. But anyway, we're trying to de-rust this a little. And so we can crack check these bolt holes and who needs iron pills? Just clean a rusty Chevy. Yeah, I know, here come the jokes about Chevys. I've been thinking I had to I would have had the fan on, yeah, the air filter on here. Wow. Ah. Woof-da. My neighbor's like, "Oh, what should I say?" I said, "Well, 7 degrees out. Doesn't sound like the guy's really dressed to be out in the weather. There's no cars around." I said, "That's just more something that should be checked out by the law, not some." Especially anybody that would come to my house. I mean, that just kind of, makes me wonder right there. We don't ever get anybody coming by, so that's why I'm kind of like, yeah. Hey, where the heck it go? Nah. Really? Had the same problem when my neighbor was here. Had a rig I just used and I can't find it. So we'll use this one. just want to. So, okay. Let's see. Checking these bolt holes here. Check these two. And I'd also check these water jackets there. Check the webbing. Nothing going down the cylinders. Alright. Okay, if you notice the block's been turned around and I polished up this side, powdered it. The block is good at this point. Now I'm getting ready. You guys need yourself a good, reliable straight edge. This is a Pioneer T620 blockhead valve springs. I don't know. Straight edge. And here is a machined surface that had paint on it. But you got to take the paint on it, because if you lay that across there like that, that will be giving you a false read. But I've got a 1.5 thousandths. Hey, that's looking good. 1.5 won't go. Okay, then I go straight. Block's looking pretty good. Okay. I don't think I need the 2. If 1.5 don't go, we're good. Ooh, yeah. Why? Let's check that again. Huh. Well, the only spot. Yeah, we'll probably deck it. It'd be borderline letting it go. 1.5, I mean. And it's only cylinder 5 and 7. 3 and, yeah. 3 and 5 are good. Yeah. That one little right here. So, and there's a little bit more rust pitting, and I think that's what's getting us. So, block will need to be decked. Yeah, I can. It feels like there's a low there. But these here, nice and tight. So. Up. Yeah. When you can get yeah. Back side of the yeah. I can get one of the block is not perfect, so okay. So it does need to be decked. It's going to have to be decked. So, and it's the same thing on back side there, at the back 2 cylinders, that 1.5 will go through on that side. So, and there's plenty of rust pitting. Oh, we got rust pitting here and there, and being what it's going to be, it needs to be good. So, all right, I'll get a hold of the owner. Okay, this is why you don't really want to store your motors where they get wet. Look at the rust that's in there around the cam bearing. So that's going to have to be wire brushed out and that, which is just this one. The others were okay, but the whole front of this motor was pretty rusty. And usually this is a machine complete flat surface. Well, you can see the, oh no you can't. That there's complete flat surface. And you can see where the cast iron didn't fill up all the way there. So, and it's nothing that it hurts anything. It's just how much they cheapen stuff up over the years. But yeah, we got all the core plugs out. So when they dip this in acid or whatever they use, that's stronger than what I got. That all that'll come out, and actually a lot of this here will be ate out by that. So I gotta get these little plugs out yet, which I gotta get the plugs out of the back. Then I got a rod that I sent up there and knock those out. So yeah, I just let him know the block is a good core, but it needs to be decked to make it hold the head gaskets great for the race application. Well, even for the street, it needs to be decked. And that's the sad thing about these motors, these newer ones. We have to go through their heat cycles and that. They'll move, they'll twist. I've seen my intakes be surfaced down at the machine shop, and I took them off and I knew they didn't look that bad, but boy, once he started surfacing them, that one, I'm surprised it even held a gasket from day one. But it did, so. Anyway, yeah, so I guess I'll finish getting the galley plugs out of this. I mean, I've checked it now to where we know it's worth to continue. I'm going to have to chase all the head bolt holes. They are nasty. Date code on this is like a 97. Because in 87 they didn't have the roller cam provisions in the block. And the date code's a 97. So this is a Vortec motor here. No, it's not. It has to be an 87. The reason I say that, because it's got the wrong timing cover. It's got to be an 87. I didn't realize 87 they started putting those on. Because the Vortec got a different bolt pattern here. So yeah, it is an 87. Duh, what am I saying? I should, yeah. So, oh yeah, that makes sense now. Sorry. Like I said, I bashed my head pretty hard the other day. And yeah, 87. God, what was the first roller motor? Yeah, they were messing with the rollers in the late 80s, weren't they? My bad. Can't get them right all the time, but yeah, that's, yeah. So this is an 87 block. Is the Vortex that got a different timing cover to them. That's right. And if I wanted to take all that stuff out, I could have shook. I don't know where it went. I had a new timing. Because on the Vortex they say you're supposed to replace the whole timing cover. Well, there for a while they did have a gasket that you could actually put on that would cut everything like it's supposed to, and would crush down like that silicone seal, and you could reuse the timing cover. But yeah, all right. Okay, everybody keeps wondering about the elusive plug that I talk about in the videos, and I'll show you here. And I had to take the torch, heat those three up, and that one, the four, get the galley plugs out, which they are a little warmer than I'm glad I had gloves on. Those were a little warm yet. So once I take those out, then I just use a metal rod like this. Well, the one I'm always talking about was right here under the oil pressure sending unit. Now listen. There, we just went out. Okay? So, and there it is, and look at how dirty it is. I mean, okay. Now you guys are going, where is that? I'll show you. I'll stick this back in here again. Okay. I'll hold that and then that rest. Okay. This is where it's at. And it's up to the LS motors. This is where it's going to be. It's right there. It goes between that oil hole there and the one that they drill through there to get in. It's right next to the main. If you knock that one out and you forget to put it in, you will not have oil pressure in this motor. None. It ain't going to work. So, and what I always do is always change that over to the pipe, the galley plug style. So, here we go. This block, other than one more plug right here, which is a headed bolt, is completely stripped and ready to go be hot tank cleaned and bored and honed. Crack checking's already done. So that's where we're at. And just a FYI too, these little galley plugs up here are an oddball size. Wish I had now got plenty of those, but yeah, she's ready to be machined. We know it's not broke. We need, oh yeah, it needs to be bored, honed, and decked. And actually, I forgot to check the line for, so let's see. I just realized I forgot to check that. So, I'll put these on. Now I know about that magnetic dust. I'm going to vacuum that up here a little bit. So there's that. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm getting to the point where it's harder for me to get up and down off the floor. I'm trying to ignore it, but I bought the powder from crack checking. So, now that I've had these gloves on this, they're going to stay right here. I'm going to check that quick because I still got laying out here. Yeah, I know my phone went off. It's my buddy out east. I will line that up with the oil galley holes. Again, I like using the 1.5 because if 1.5 don't go, there's no. Slide it down. We're good. Mine bore straight, so. Now, since we're going to do this as a race motor, this is where I start messing around with. Like right here, I'll elongate this hole and that hole there some, because your oil comes in, goes through your filter and goes back out. Whether it comes in the, yeah, it comes in this way, goes through the filter, goes up, and then goes out. So I kind of radius that, and then there's some casting flaws down in the lifting valley I clean up, and these newer blocks don't need as much of it. So anyway, I want to check on the messages. Alrighty, well, it's time to wrap up. This sucks. I can't remember if I said or not, but I got an appointment for the doctor Monday. He's not around tomorrow. And I don't like doctor jumping. As I think that's what got me in trouble years ago. Yeah, I'm just kind of spacey yet, and anyway, I might be dealing with a slight concussion. The other day when I was thawing out the pipes, I smacked the sewer pipe pretty freaking hard, right up in here, right on this side of the head. And that night I was talking to Camper Mike. And he goes, "What are you saying? You're not making any sense." And I look back at what I wrote, and it didn't make any sense. I'm like, well, okay. And I noticed I was dropping things, and it's kind of gotten a little worse. And then last night I did a Facebook post on the Seabear Repairs page. And I did it with the running of that motor, and I had to watch it twice. I'm like, what did I say? What I said on video and what I thought I said was two different things. I was like, that was nothing like. So I talked to the doctors, the nurse, told her what's going on. And see, with the insulin, I'm getting better numbers. And they're not sure if it's my body trying to adjust to the lower numbers or if I did give myself a concussion. So I hit it so hard that I felt like I jammed my neck and my lower back at the same time. I hit hard. Otherwise, I feel fine. I just don't like dropping things, and my neighbor was here earlier. I'm sorry if this is a repeat, because I really can't remember everything I recorded. And that's another thing I'm fighting right now. It's like, I don't know. But anyway, I tell you, with the lower diabetic numbers, things feel a heck of a lot better. Getting that motor fired up yesterday was good. Oh yeah, I gotta unplug that. Got the battery charging, and I filled up the radiator today in the cooling system. So if it continues to get warm, we're opening the door and we're going to break that thing in. I probably will put the Holly on it to do the break-in, because this Quadrajet, I guess I'm going to have to get a kit and rebuild it. And as you see, we got this block for the 3 9/16 ready to start going together. And, well, ready to go get machined, and that once we find the pistons. Unfortunately, he has found a set of pistons, but they're like $800. Wow. So yeah. I mean, physically, I feel this is the best I've felt in a long time. I'm noticing my legs ain't hurting near as bad. And yesterday I went home and I had a 98 for blood sugar, which is dang near perfect. 80 to 120 is the range, and 98 was good. The day before that, 117, 123. One morning I even started out at 169 in the morning, which I was really happy with that. So having a steady supply of insulin is helping. And it's helping, that's why I'm kind of hoping that's just my body trying to adjust to the new levels. It's not use. I mean, it seems to be going better. And for most people, the things that have happened to start this year off would drove them into drinking. It's a good thing I don't have any money, otherwise I'd be... no, it just... Saying comes, he don't give you any more than what he thinks you can handle. Well, I'd sure like it to back off for a while. And we got a message. It never fails. Doesn't want to have to start. Oh, it's wife. That was a good message to get. So. Uh-oh. I don't know if I said or not, but the wife's car is at the shop. Yes, I'm a mechanic, yes. Could I get it in here? No, because I got a dead Ford outside the door blocking everything. And I don't have enough room to shove everything. The loaner vehicle, yeah. She just said, don't talk to me about that van, so. Yeah. Tomorrow we take Squirrel to the doctor too. See if anybody's going to do anything about the cyst that's growing. Or what. I don't know. I'm just wishing they'd do something for her because I hate seeing squirrels suffer. So, I guess we've rattled on long enough. We're getting a few things done. Just got to get some stuff sold. Oh, yeah, I think I said it too. I got a 400 block going to Texas, and I just found and located a motor for somebody that's going to go to the East Coast. So, stay tuned. Find out who I found it for and what it's going to go in. So, I guess see you guys all later. Things are still happening, and you never know. Never know where something's going to end up. Talk to y'all later. Have a good one.